Guys, quick question. What is in the water in Manchester? Now, don't get this wrong. We have nothing against the city. And in fact, we love Manchester United and we think they're one of the biggest clubs in the world. But there has to be something in the water over there, which makes their players almost always get into trouble with their wives or girlfriends. If they're not cheating, they're hitting. Hi everyone, welcome back to Football Corner again. It just always has to be something with the Red Devil. Remember when Marcus Rashford was suspended for the FA Cup game against Newport in January? You know why he was suspended? Because he missed training. And why did he miss training? Because that weekend he was reportedly involved in a row with his girlfriend, who had accused him of cheating on her by kissing another girl earlier that same day. Rashford denied ever doing a thing like that. There's actually no concentrate evidence to back up the lady's claim. So you could argue it was all speculation. But don't worry, we won't even have to rely on speculations in this video, because there are just too many hard facts. Too many. Where do we begin? Where do we even begin? Club legend Rayan Giggs. Except you've been living under a rock, you're surely already familiar with Giggs' dirty liners. But we'll give you a rundown, because you know, we're far too kind. So, in 2011, Giggs was exposed for having gotten an anonymized gagging order with respect to an extramarital affair he had with model and former Big Brother housemate Imogen Thomas. But it gets worse. That same year, Giggs was exposed to have been in an 8-year affair with, wait for it, his brother's wife Natasha. Yes, his own biological brother Rehodri. In fact, reports said that Natasha even aborted a baby for Giggs just weeks before getting married to Rehodri. Do you understand how insane that is? That is really the highest form of betrayal, and it's tore the family apart. But did it make Giggs turn a new leaf and change his ways? Certainly not. Years after retirement, we found that the former Manchester United player was still the same guy. In 2020, Rayan Giggs got arrested on suspicions of assault against his girlfriend and her sister. He was charged in 2021 and his trial began in 2022. Verdict couldn't be reached, so a retrial had to be done. He was only cleared in 2023 because his ex-girlfriend wasn't willing to give evidence in the retrial. Now, who does this remind you of? Certainly another Manchester United Academy product who wore number 11 for the club. Yes, we're talking about Mason Greenwood. You surely know the entire story by now. In 2022, the winger was arrested on suspicion of rape, assault, sexual assault, and threats to kill. It was not until a year later that he was released and cleared after the Crown Prosecution Service dropped all the charges because of the withdrawal of key witnesses and reported discovery of new material which came to light. But hey, we all heard the voice messages and saw the photo, didn't we? And honestly, at this point, maybe that number 11 is what is cursed, because you know Anthony Martial once wore 11 for Man United, right? And he has not exactly been on his best behavior. I mean, his case was certainly not as bad as that of Greenwood or Giggs, but he certainly didn't do right by his girlfriend. The Frenchman cheated on his partner while she was pregnant and even had to apologize to her and his family on social media after it came to light. Now, there's definitely something spooky about Man United's number 11. Somebody pray for Hoyle. And you might need to pray extra hard, because it appears that cheating on one's pregnant partner is a thing for Man United strikers. I'm sure you guys remember the OG Wayne Rooney. He was exposed for soliciting the services for Jennifer Thompson while his wife Kellen was pregnant with their first child. It was also revealed that he even paid both Jennifer and Helen Wood £1,000 each to have a threesome with even them in a Manchester hotel while his wife was 5 months pregnant. He admitted to soliciting prostitutes in Liverpool before he moved to Man United, and this is without mentioning the times he was caught partying with random women and drinking driving. Now that we've brought up alcohol, let's just go right ahead and talk about another Man United legend who struggled a lot with alcoholism. We're talking about George Best here. For those who don't know Best, the guy was a proper baller and a real superstar in his day, but he struggled with alcoholism for most of his life, which to his eventual death in 2005 with the former Man United number 7 sending a warning to anyone willing to listen shortly before his death. Don't die like. But alcoholism aside, Best was reported to have cheated on his wife Alex Persay with the first ever American Miss World Marjorie Wallace, as well as a host of other women. He also physically assaulted Alex and couple girlfriends on a few occasions, with Alex once claiming that the former footballer punched her in the face more than once. George was Best even once arrested for assaulting a waitress at a nightclub in Manchester. George was definitely not the best man off the pitch, that's for sure. Another Man United legend who surely belongs in this video is Patrice Evra. The former defender cheated on his wife Sandra, whom he had been with for 25 years at the time. 25 whole years, man! And how did Sandra find out her husband was cheating? Well, Evra's mistress Margorix Alexandra posted photos of herself in the gym in Evra's family home. And guess what? Evra is now engaged to Alexandra. But that wasn't even the first time Evra was caught cheating on Sandra. 3 years after their wedding, Evra was caught kissing another woman named Danielle Sylvester at a Manchester's hotel. And 3 years after that, he was found cheating with Playboy model Carla, who he just was ever able to stop. The pair eventually separated in 2020 after the many cheating scandals. Speaking of cheating scandals, remind us of Man United's golden boy David Beckham. They might have tried to cover up the best they could, but everybody knew. Beckham reportedly cheated on Victoria Beckham with several women, the most infamous of them being former assistant Rebecca Lewis. Lewis herself sold her story to the press in 2004, saying she and Beckham had an affair in 2003 while the Englishman was playing for Real Madrid. Beckham denied the affair for the longest, but in Beckham's Netflix documentary, Victoria finally admitted that period was the hardest period of their marriage and the most unhappy had ever been. Now, from one Man United star who also played for Real Madrid, another. Casemiro may have a very innocent look, but don't be deceived. The 5-time Champions League winner reportedly had a 5-year affair with a model named Cynthia Ramos while being married to Ana Arian, the mother of his kids. This affair was exposed via leaked WhatsApp messages between the United midfielder and his Brazilian mistress. Speaking of Brazilian, Antonio was also in hot water with his ex-girlfriend pretty recently. She accused him of domestic violence, presenting images showing injuries to her hand and head to back up her claim. Anthony denied the allegations, insisting he was innocent. Man United suspended the winger after the news broke, but later reinstated him while the police looked into the case. Well, there we have named 10 past and present Manchester United players in this video, but we have a bonus player for you in the present of Kyle Walker. Well, there we have named 10 past and present Manchester United players in this video, but we have a bonus player for you in the person of Kyle Walker. Yes, he's not a Red Devil, but with his off-pitch antics, maybe he should be. Not only has he cheated on his wife Annie Kindler, he even fathered 2 kids with his mistress Lauren Goodman. When this came to light, the right back was kicked out of his family home by Annie. The Man City captain has also been guilty of soliciting prostitution, even once breaking lockdown rules to invite 2 sex workers to his home back in 2020. Perhaps Man United should consider signing Kyle Walker and giving him the number 11. It'd be a perfect fit. Anyway, can someone now answer us? What What's in the water in Manchester? Why have Man United players of the earlier generations always found themselves in scandals like this? What's your theory? Tell us in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Also, turn on the bell notification so you never miss out on a new content. Catch you in the next one. Bye bye.